A pleasant good evening. Welcome to the Burns Center. It is senior night for the volleyball team before we take on the we take on the Culver Stockton Wildcats tonight. Hannibal LaGrange was the team that was in on Tuesday night. And it is senior night, and these seniors are being honored for the Viking volleyball team. Jacob Pedersen, Jacob out of San Jose, California, exercise science major. His parents are Jeff Pedersen and Michelle Hopner. Jacob Haar, Jacob out of La Mesa, California, sports management. His parents are Matt and Sharon Haar. And also now being introduced is Will McCracken. Will out of Goleta, California, pre-med biology major. His parents, Vicky McCracken Vega, and he is being introduced. And, of course, also we have with us tonight James O'Sullivan. James, one of our mass comm majors, and James works with me a lot on these broadcasts, but he's going to be playing varsity tonight. James out of St. Louis, a mass communications major. His parents, Kevin and Beth O'Sullivan. So James going to get some time tonight on the varsity squad, and we're really proud of him, not only as a volleyball player, but certainly as one of our own in mass comm. Grover C. Redford Gymnasium is the location tonight for the Vikings and the Wildcats. The Vikings are 19-10 on the season as they wrap up regular season play in the next couple of days, and then we'll host next Friday and Saturday part of the conference tournament right here. We'll be talking about that as we go along tonight as well. The Wildcats, it's a new program. Michael Warren is the head coach. Chris Lynch is the assistant coach. And they are 4-22 this year. But again, this is their first year of playing in varsity volleyball. For the Vikings, head coach is Brett Holt, and a nice job by Brett as he gave all of his four seniors several gifts. And again, we're happy to know these young men, and really kind of a special little tribute to our James O'Sullivan, one of our MassCom majors. So assistant coach Kyle South, Ashley Jackson. Ashley's all dressed up tonight as well. We're about ready to go tonight, best of five. The Wildcats are here to play volleyball while their men's basketball team has made it through the second round, or into the second round of the Heart of America Conference tournament. We're going to pause for a moment for our national anthem, and then we'll have some comments from Coach Holt, and we'll have volleyball for you tonight. Well, we do have a little bit of a chance. I did have a chance a few moments ago to visit with Coach Holt about tonight's senior night.
Well, Coach, it's senior night, and I know you always hate to lose some of these young men that have been with you for the last few years.
Yeah, this class, 3 of the 4, been here for all 4 years, and then Jake Harr was a transfer from junior college. So they've done a lot for the program over the last 4 years, so they're definitely going to be missed.
Yeah. And I'm going to talk about one guy in specific, James O'Sullivan. He's one of our MassCom students, and I tell you, James a JV kid, but he's a heck of a student. We're proud of him at our department. I know that.
As you should be. We are too. I have the utmost respect for James. He comes to practice every day, works his butt off, doesn't complain, isn't late, takes care of his business in the classroom, and never says a peep about it, and just goes about his business. So tonight we're going to honor him a little bit and give him some time on the court.
That's awesome. We're going to happy to see that. All right, you take on Culver. That's a pretty new program, isn't it?
Yeah, first year, so they're all freshmen. They're all babies, as they say. So they can play well at times, and then if you slack off a little bit, they'll score some points. So we just got to do what we do, and everything should be all right.
And then you have a tournament this weekend, right? You're on the road this weekend, and then back here for conference next week.
Yeah, we go to finish out conference at Lindenwood Belleville this Saturday, and we're playing a tri-match with Robert Morris from Chicago. And then our semifinals will be here next Friday in the conference tournament.
All right, Coach, come on over afterward. We'll talk about next week's tournament.
All right, thank you.
All right, good luck.
So there you heard from Brett Holt, the head coach. He's really done a nice job with both the men's and the women's programs. The starting lineups are being introduced. This could be rather interesting. Both teams in very dark uniforms. You're watching on live stream tonight. The Canton Wildcats in a very dark blue, and the Vikings in their black home with the white numerals and the Viking emblem on the back and MVC across the front. So it's going to be interesting tonight with both of these teams in very dark colored uniforms. Again, as I mentioned, after tonight, the Vikings go on the road, and they will play in a tournament this weekend at Lindenwood Belleville. They'll play in a triangular. They'll play Robert Morris and Lindenwood Belleville this weekend. And then the Conference South tournament is here next Friday and Saturday. And we'll talk about that as we go along. The Vikings, I believe, will be the number 3 seed and play their first match at 4:30 next Friday. Had a chance to meet a couple of the parents already that are here tonight, and we always appreciate that. If you're watching on live stream tonight, we will have the Vikings semifinal match next Friday afternoon at 4:30 or about that time. And if they would happen to win that, then we would be on the air with you on Saturday at noon as well. So the coaches shake hands. Brad Holt, Michael Warren. And we're about ready for volleyball. Best of 5 tonight. As the Vikings and the Wildcats get set tonight. Again, the Vikings are 19-10 on the year. The Wildcats are 4-22. Decent crowd here tonight for Family Night. I see a state of California flag up over there. I like that. That's for some of the Californians who are here, and some other signs up. And Coach Holt got all the seniors lack of better word, a small billboard with their picture on it. So we're ready to go. James O'Sullivan is in the starting lineup tonight. He's played varsity, JV most of the year, but James in with number 11, and he will start this match with a serve as the Vikings take on the Wildcats. Hope you enjoy it, and again, we'll be back with you next Friday. We'll also have some baseball and softball this spring season. But this will be the last live stream of the week. O'Sullivan to serve, and we're about ready to go. James O with he's using my broadcast partner, but he's going to send the first serve over the net of the evening. Vikings in black, and here's the first serve, and he sends it over. And first point goes to the Wildcats as they get a block off the middle, and that looked like that was John Eckel. So serving on the Wildcats is Grant Thompson. Grant out of Rossmore, California. 1-0 Wildcats. Again, this is a very young team just starting the program. Vikings get a kill, and boy, that was set up nicely for Jacob Haar. Haar, one of the seniors, family members here, and they love that. 1-1. And back to serve for the Vikings is Chris McFadden. McFadden serves. Wildcats get it to the front line, and good save by McFadden. Vikings will send it across. Good dig by Blaskin. And there's a double block, and the point's going to go to the Vikings. So it's 2-1. Valley with a lead, and McFadden back to serve again here in the first. Sends it over. Good dig by Blaskin. And this one would have been long, but it was saved, and now good point goes to Culver as it was dug out nicely by Ding Wei. And then the kill goes to the Wildcats, and I believe it was Dylan Berry out of Racine, Wisconsin. There's a serve. We're tied at 2. This one into the net off the right hand of Zach Brown. Is 3-2. Wildcats with a lead, and they're doing the serving here. Gets this one over. Way with the nice set. Haar goes for the kill. It's dug out nicely by the Wildcats. And the Wildcats doing a good job with his 3-2 lead of keeping this alive. Now there's the double block off of Har and McCracken, and it's 3-3. 3-3 in the first set on senior night. Back to serve for the Vikings is Joao Amaral. He's out of Rio de Janeiro. Joao sends this one over. And a little dink shot. Now it's pushed over by the Wildcats. But down the line is Pedersen as he gets it off the hand of one of the Wildcats and keeps it in play down the line. 4-3 Valley. Amaral back to serve. Here's his first set. Or first serve, and this one's going to go beyond the antenna to the Viking side, so Viking point. They're quickly up 5-3. Give the Wildcats new program, 4-22. And glad to have you with us as well, watching your young men compete with this Wildcat program. And the Wildcats get a point, as that was deflected by one of the Vikings, but went out. And the kill will go to Nick Register. Nick out of Gilbert, Arizona. I have a sister lives in Gilbert. Pretty good volleyball country. My sister is a volleyball coach in Gilbert. And here's a kill. Again, getting to the middle. I believe that was Jake Har again. Har off to a pretty good start. Jake, the senior out of La Mesa, California. 6-4 Valley, and Har back to serve. That jump serve touches the tape but does go over. Good job by the Vikings to keep it alive. Now a good dig by the Wildcats. They'll send this one over. Amaral dives, gets to it. And the Wildcats dive for it. A good hustle play, but just can't quite come up with it. Grant Thompson. 7-4 Valley. Har back to serve. Vikings have a height advantage along that front line tonight. They'll free ball this one over with the Wildcats. Pedersen, smash, but it's saved nicely again by the Wildcats. They try to dink it over. Now they'll have to get this one over from the left side. It's off one of the Vikings' hands. The Vikes keep it alive. Pedersen goes for the kill and gets it. To give some credit there to Grant Thompson. Grant kept it alive a couple of times during that volley, but Vikings get the point to lead 8-4. Well, the Culver Stockton interest right now, not only volleyball, but the basketball team that won the first game of the NEI National Tournament, Kansas City, about an hour from here. Vikings get the block and the point to go up 8-5. Or excuse me, that point went to Culver. 8-5. Culver will serve, and back to do that is Dylan Berry. Dylan stands flat-footed, gets the serve over. Hui sends it over. That now a good job by the Wildcats. They get it to the middle. Now work it to their left side. Double block for the Vikings. And the point will go to Valley. 9-5. We'll play to 25 in the first four, and to 15 if a fifth is needed tonight. McCracken to serve. Sends it over. Culver goes to their right side. A register. The Vikings able to get to it. Again, they work that right side. Vikings tip it. McCracken keeps it alive. Pedersen goes for the kill and gets it. He goes cross court from left to right. 10-5. Valley's doubled the score now on the Wildcats on senior night. Jacob Pedersen's parents are here. I would imagine her family, at least one of them is holding on to, was that O'Sullivan? I think James O'Sullivan. I see his dad over there. Holding on to his billboard, I call him. Oh boy, Vikings get a big kill, that time from the right side. And that comes off of Chris McFadden. 11-5, Valley taking control here in the first set. Second one sent over. into the net, and that's going to be a Viking point, 12-5. Timeout has been taken by Culver. As it was a 3-2 Culver lead early on, but the Vikings have pretty much taken charge of this one. They're up 12-5. As their first timeout of the evening. We're on live stream tonight. Busy sports schedule in the next couple of weeks. We'll talk about that as we go along as well this evening. First day of spring. 12-5 Valley. All right, Vikings and McCracken will serve. Will fires it up in the air. Here comes his serve. It's long. Put a little bit of extra on that one and sailed it long. 12-6. 6 will be serving. Back to serve is Nick Register. And here's his serve. Gets it over. Good dig by Amaral. Vikings go to the middle, and they get it there. They're tough. And that was Zach Lumstead. 13-6. Here's the serve by Patterson. Floats this one over. Gives the Wildcats a chance to go up and get the kill off the block, and the kill goes to Grant Thompson. Nick Corbett back to serve. Young man out of Lincoln, California. Gets it over. Vikings keep it alive and get the kill. Good job by Zach Brown. Zach with the dig, and then he got it right back. O'Sullivan checks in to serve, and he will grab the ball. 14-7. I see his dad holding his sign up over there. There we go. James gets it over. And can't come up with that one as the kill goes to the Wildcats. Are up 14-8. Sully will check out. In to serve will be Grant Thompson. Here's the serve by Grant. Vikings are there. Good dig by the Wildcats. Double block by the Vikings, though. Bumstead and Brown, Bumstead and McFadden. And, or Har and McFadden, I'll get them right. As they combine for that point, 15-8. McFadden back to serve. Wildcats keep it alive. Oh, great dig by Ware, but the Vikings can't do anything with it. Weird way dug it out. McCracken got to it. And then it kind of hit Har right in the chest. Nothing he could do with it. Met his mom earlier. With some kind words to say about us. We appreciate that. Guess she doesn't know us very well. Here's a serve into the net. Vikings get the point, 16-9. Our live stream crew. Who's up there tonight? Let's see. Janelle Garcia, Philip Fowler, and of course Chaz Maddie directing the show. Amaral fires this one over. Wildcats, good job, and they're going to get the kill. That's Nick Register from the left side. It's 16-10. Wildcats hanging around here in the first. Back to serve will be John Eckel. John gets it over, play with the dig, and boy, McCracken set that up perfectly for Har, right in the middle, and he just went up, timed his jump perfectly, and gets the kill, 17-10. Har back to serve. This one's over. Good dig by the Vikes. They keep it alive and send this one long across court. Or did it? Oh, it went in. Pedersen. He thought it went long, but it just, I don't know if it was tipped or stayed in on the far side, but he gets credit with the point. Okay, we'll take it. Now the Vikings send it to the middle. Here's a double block. Good job. Amaral with the save. Wildcats keep it alive. Free ball it over. Pedersen tries the kill. Good dig by Culver. They keep this one alive. Good volley. Now, again, the Vikings with the volley, but I think one of the Wildcats was in the net. They were, and that's going to be a point for the Vikings. Hard to serve, and this one's coming toward us. Oh, good save right in front of the Culver bench and in front of Coach Mike Warren. Well, the Vikings are going to get the point, and they go up 20-10. Again, this is a very young Wildcat team, very young. Victor Magalhaes is in the game, number 5. Good dig by Culver. They try to keep something going here. Amaral sends it back over. Now keeps it alive again. And here's Pedersen with a kill. (21-10). Har will serve. Vikings closing in on the first set. Har, boy, fires that one over. Comes right to the net. There's a battle for it. The Vikings, Maglahar keeps it alive. Good job by the Wildcats. They may have to free ball this one over. They'll into the net. Trying to get it over was Register, and he put it right in the net. 22-10. So the Vikings closing in on the first set. They're 19-10 on the year. The Wildcats are 4-22. Har sends it over. Right side, good dig by Maglahar. Now they're going to have to free ball this one over, and they do it, but it goes out. That free ball, I think, from McCracken almost hit one of the auxiliary basketball goals. And he sent it over and missed, keeping it in by a foot. 22-11. In to serve will be Dylan Berry. Dylan softly brings it over. Har to Pedersen. Good dig by the Wildcats. Keep it alive, and a double hit. Double block, but it goes out. Grant Thompson gets the kill. 22-12. Dylan Berry will serve. Sends it over. Amaral digs it out. Now they go to Har. Bumstead, and he goes from the right side, and there's not a whole lot Dylan Berry could do with that one. 23-12. McCracken will serve. Sends it up, fires it over. Dug out nicely. Off the hands of one of the Vikings, but the Vikings keep it alive. Wade does such a good job with that, and there's a double block in the point. Good job, Nick Corbett and Nick Register for the Wildcats. 23-13. Back to serve is Jankowski. Here's the serve. I said Jankowski back to serve. Excuse me, that was Register. Now the ball, let's see, is going to be a Viking point. As was a battle for right at the net. It dropped on the Culver side. So here's set point. It's over. And the Wildcats try to keep it alive. This one right at the net. And there's a good point as they Pedersen got to him right to the net, and Nick Corbett put it down. 24-14. Pretty small lineup here for the Wildcats. Corbett sends it over. And there's the set point as McFadden gets set point. So the Vikings lead it 1-0 here on senior night as they win this one 21-14. All right, we're about ready for the second set. The Vikings won the first one 25-14. So we're underway in the second set, and the Vikings are going to get kind of a cheap point there as a couple of the Wildcats thought that one was going to go out, and it dropped right on the sideline. So 1-0 Vikings here in the second. O'Sullivan in to serve. James got the point the last time, and here is a good kill from the middle by John Eckel. So it's 1-1. Sully will check out now, and back in for him for the Vikings will be Bumstead. One here in the second. Vikings won the first one, 25-14. There's a little tap over But the Wildcats able to send this one over. Pedersen with the dig to the middle. Good dig as Haar slams one over, but Wildcats able to get to it. Now Way with a good dig. Vikings keep it alive off a double block. Viking point. Good job by the Vikings to keep it alive, and not a bad job by Dylan Bray to try to knock that one over, but it went off him and out. So McFadden back to serve now. And he'll fire it over. Almost a whiff there by John Eckel. Eckel's going to try to looking right, and he kept it on his own side of the net, 3-1. Valley with the lead early on here in the second. McFadden sends it over. Good strong serve. Good double block by the Vikings. They get that point as they block Eckel. Hard the middle. Haar and Zach Brown there. McFadden again with a serve. Dug out by Blaskin. Good job from the left side by the Wildcats, and they have make it 4-2. And back to serve for the Wildcats. The Wildcats will serve it. Sends it over. Pedersen with a dig. And they get this one to Brown, set him up nicely. And Zach from the left side sends it down. It's 5-2. Amaral will come in. Brown's going to leave. Vikes won the first set, looking for their 20th win of the year. They're 19-10. Amaral, young man from Brazil. Good strong serve. But the Wildcats able to handle it, and they're going to get the point off the block. Good job by the Wildcats. Make it 5-3. Cracking one of those seniors. Haar, another one of those seniors. And sends this one over. Pedersen, a senior. And of course, James O'Sullivan, a senior. Pike sent it over. Amaral gets to it, and here's Haar off a double block, and he's going to get the kill. On that little wheel play, if you will, and got it to Haar, right side. He was able to make a running start to that one. And it's 6-3. Haar sends it in. Cross court, but it goes right to Pedersen. Now Bumstead sends it over. Good volley going on here. Victor keeps it alive. Pedersen goes for the kill. That one, oh, good diving attempt over there by Dylan Berry. Dylan's only 5'10", but couldn't come up with that one. It's 7-3. Vikings now open up a 4-point lead here in the second set. Haar with the serve. Nicely dug out. Vikings block that one. McCracken blocked that one at the net. Sends over. Victor goes down to get the dig. Dug out nicely by the Wildcats. They send it into the net. Good job by Thompson with the dig, and then he put that one into the net. 8-3. Valley starting to open up here in the second. Haar will serve again. Into the net again. Second time in a row that Thompson's put it in the net. 9-3. We're in the second set of the best of five, and on senior night, again, 4 seniors. Jacob Pedersen, 3 from California, 1 from St. Louis. Haar will serve. Here's the serve. Vikings with a comfortable lead, but the point for the Wildcats there is getting the kill from the left side was Nick Register. Nick is a freshman, Gilbert, Arizona, as I mentioned earlier. 9-4, Valley with a lead. Dylan Berry back to serve. We're at the Burns Center on the campus, Missouri Valley College. First day of spring. Finally had some spring weather today. 60-some degrees. Quay. Boy, they give it to Hart. Oh, good dig, but it comes right to the middle and right to McCracken. That was a nice dig by the Wildcats, but came right to the net perfectly for McCracken to go up and get a kill. Regular Hars comes out. He says, say hi to the family. We'll do that. Victor is out of Brazil. Had him in class a couple of years ago. There's a nice block by the Vikings. Free balled over by Culver. The Wildcats keep it alive. But ooh, nothing they could do there as McFadden just slams that one in. Puts that one right off of Blaskin. It's 11-4. Victor Malyuyaz is out of the game. Here's McCracken with the serve. And the block by McFadden and Viking point, and they're starting to pull away, 12-4. Again, conference tournaments here next Friday and Saturday. We'll talk to Coach about it after the match tonight. And there's a timeout on the court. The Vikes leading 12-4. While we have this timeout, a little bit about what's going on as far as the next few days. Friday, tomorrow, men's lacrosse, St. Ambrose will be here. That is a 4 o'clock start at Reed Kempner Field. And you're asked to join the Missouri Valley College Alumni Association for some Viking lacrosse, 4 o'clock. They'll have a tent set up, free Valley swag, and cheer the Vikings on to victory. The lacrosse team is having an outstanding season in their initial year. So that's tomorrow at 4. If you're in the area, I'd like to see you at Reed Kempner. That's the field just to the west of the football field. Tomorrow afternoon, St. Ambrose, Iowa will be here. McCracken to serve. 12-4, Valley opens up an 8-point lead. McCracken throws it up, fires it across, and now he comes up for the dig. Huey keeps it alive. Pedersen sends it over. Free balled over by the Wildcats. The Vikings go for the kill. They're going to get it. Once again, it's Bumstead. Went off of one of the Wildcats, but Bumstead gets the kills, 13-4. Kyle South up coaching in the second set. Here's McCracken. Serve is over. Good job by the Vikes to get to that one. Huey keeps it alive to McFadden. Off a couple of pair of hands, and it goes out. Viking point. Good job by Huey. Tang Huey, he's out of China. So it's 14-4 now. And McCracken in to serve again. Sends it over. Vikings with a 10-point advantage. Good from the right side. There's a kill. Nick Register. We've called his name a lot tonight. Well, it's 14-5. And the Register goes back to serve. Here is the Huey with the dig. Wildcats keep it alive. Vikings get the point. As into the net was Grant Thompson. Grant didn't think so. But that's going to be the rule. Cody Jankowski will check in now. Oh, excuse me. Zach Brown will come in for the Vikings. I thought Jankowski was coming, I guess not. Pedersen to serve. Floats it over. Huey, boy, he's good. With another dig. Sends it for Brown. Dug out by the Wildcats. They go to the middle, but there's McCracken. Brown sends it over. Good job by the Wildcats. Keep it alive into a double block. And Bumstead's going to get credit with that one. 16-5. Pedersen back to serve. Here's Pedersen's serve. Register with the dig. This one goes out, I think, was not touched by Vikings, so the Vikes get the point 17-5. Pedersen. Sends it over. Comes right back. Vikings are ready for it. McFadden gets a kill. Good set by McCracken. Put it right where McFadden could go up. 18-5, so Valley rolling here in the second. Pedersen. Try to add some more to this lead in the second set. That one's a little bit long. He tried to put a little bit more on that one, went a little long. It's 18-6. So the Wildcats will serve it. Here's Brown. Dug out by the Wildcats. They keep it in the middle. Way sends it back across. Well, that was a heck of a quick move by Way. Now it's over. The Vikings can set this one wherever they want. They go to McFadden. Sends it across court. Wildcats get it over. Now Pedersen to McCracken. Down the middle, and it's blocked. And a point goes to John Eckel. 18-7. And this is a very young Wildcat team, mostly all freshmen and sophomores. McFadden tips it over. Vikings go for the block, and they get it. But the Wildcats keep it alive. Can they free ball it over? No. Could not send it over inside the antenna, so it's 19-7. Well, Sullivan will be back in to serve. Lacrosse tomorrow, baseball and volleyball. Valley men will be at Benedictine for a couple of games Saturday, and men's volleyball will go to Lindenwood tournament, Lindenwood Belleville. Well, Sully gets it over. Let's see if we can get him a point here. Yeah, we can off the double block by Brown and Haar. 20-7. Let's see if Sully can just serve. Serve till we win set number 2. One of our MassCom students back serving. Does a great job. James comes in and works with us a lot on our broadcasts. This one is a point for the Wildcats, 20-8. We'll hear James on some baseball broadcasts this spring. Back to serve then is Thompson. 20-8, Valley here in the second. Thompson gets it over. And that's out, I believe. They tried to give it to Brown, and Brown sent it long, 20-9. Vikings won the first, 25-14. This one's just over the net. Haar has it blocked, and it goes out. Jankowski got up there. He's one of their taller players at 6'6". He got up there but couldn't keep it in play. 21-9. McFadden will send it over. And this one comes back. Vikings have it. Brown goes for the cross-court kill and gets it off the right shoulder of Zach Blaskin. I believe it's Blaskin. He's out of Frankfort, Illinois. 22-9. McFadden will serve again. And this one is over, but hits the antenna. And so that'll be a Viking point. It's 23-9. Now 2 points away from taking the commanding 2-0 lead. McFadden back to serve. Sends it wide right. Looking for that corner on the right side and just missed it. 23-10. McFadden will come out, and here's Victor Malgoyaz, and Victor came by on his last way out, by the way, and said, say hi to the family in Brazil. Victor, good young man. Vikings almost get this point. They'll have to be free balled over now by the Wildcats. And Haar does get the kill from the right side, 24-10. We're down to set point. Down to set point on this senior night. John Eckel comes out, may have a Charlie horse or sprained a foot, something. Going to stay in the match. 24-10. Vikings with Amaral serving, about to go up 2-0 tonight. Looking for their 20th win of the year. Wildcats are 4-22 in their first year of play. Amaral fires that serve, looking for the ace, didn't get it, but boy, he sent that one over. Now Sullivan keeps it alive. Pedersen, he can't do anything with it, or sends it over, but can't do anything with it. Now McCracken gets the point, and that's 25-10. So that's number 2, 25-10, as the Vikings in command of this one, winning the first 2 sets, 25-14, now 25-10. Third set coming up in just a couple of minutes. Well, we're about ready to go in the third set here, as the Vikings are in control. Leading 2-0 on this senior night. And James O'Sullivan back to serve. Sully sends it over. He's been perfect on those serves tonight to the middle, and O'Sullivan can't come up with it. And the point goes to the Wildcats, as they are now up 1-0. Their coach had a nice talk with him, Michael Warren, beforehand. Thomas keeping the match. Boy, he throws this one up high, and it's a service error. by register. We're tied at 1. Coach will come up to join us for a couple of minutes afterwards. Here's McFadden, sends it over. Quay keeps this one alive. Pedersen puts it over now for the Vikings, and he goes back and gets the dig as well. One of the best volleys of the night that we've had. And the point goes to Culver. 2-1. As Eckel comes back in. Mogollon's also in. Quay tries to keep it in. Mogollon uses his foot. He thought he was playing soccer. And everyone gets a kick out of that. He couldn't reach with his hand, so Victor just went and kicked it. Everybody's laughing about that. So it's 3-1. Here's Culver with maybe their biggest lead of the night. But Har makes it 3-2, or was it out? Yeah, it was out. It was in. And the Har clan with the California flag across the way. Met his mother tonight. Very happy. Across the way, it's 3-2. Brown serves into the net. 4-2, Culver. These seniors do play a lot. James is a JV player most of the time, but Patterson, Har, and McCracken all a big part of this team. Here's attempted kill by Brown, but good job by the Wildcats, and now a double block by the Vikings gets them the point to make it 4-3, and Bumstead will come back in. Again, next Friday, the tournament is right here. The Vikings, I think, need to win both matches in all likelihood to get to the Nationals. Here's Har, sends this one way long and wide left. 5-3. So the Wildcats hanging around here. In this first one, they have a 2-point lead in the third set here. Mogollon with a good dig. Pedersen's going to get the kill. That went off of Berry, but he can't keep it in play, so it's 5-4. McCracken set to serve. Will serve is over. Dug out by the Wildcats. They go for the block. The Vikings are there with the double block. Now sent over to Brown, to McCracken, to Pedersen, and that one I think was wide. Yes, and no one touched it. Point goes to the Wildcats. They're up 6-4. Eckel. Quay with the dig right to the middle. Well, when you get it there for Bumstead, it's pretty easy. 6-5, 5 serving. Pedersen will be doing that. Here's Pedersen's serve, looking for an ace, but it's long. 7-5. So it's about the, I think there's a second or third service error in this third game. We haven't had many of those tonight. Next one is in. There's a service error. I thought that was just going to get over, but Berry's did not get over. O'Sullivan back into serve. 7-6. James O sends it over. Good job. And the Vikings get a double block. Now they'll have to go to work. Keep this one alive. McCracken does to Sullivan, to McCracken. Saved by the Wildcats. Double block by the Vikings. Working to the right side, and this one's going to go out. McCracken dove for that one, couldn't do anything with it, and it's 8-6. So make it 9-6, I guess, after that point. Am I right? 8-6. Register back to serve. High in the air, and here's the serve by Register to Brown. McCracken, and good job by the free ball to get it over by the Wildcats. They do it again, keeping it alive. That's the key. Now off a double block. It's going to be a Culver point as the Vikes couldn't keep it in. It's 9-6. Culver with a 9-6 lead here in the third. Register to serve. This one gets over. Way dives for it. Now Pedersen sends it into the net. Har keeps alive, and now he's going to get the kill. Whew. Har did a nice job of keeping that alive after Pedersen saved it into the net, and then when it came back to him, he had the easy kill. Har 6'7". McFadden gets it over. They dink this one over, and it is just out to the left. They tried just that little dink shot, if you will, and just couldn't keep it in. So 9-8, 8 serving. Vikings were down by 3, now down by only 1. McFadden hits the top of the tape, but that will count. That one's way long, and we're tied at 9. Valley won the first 2. Tournament coming up next weekend. McFadden will serve it, flips it up, fires it over, dug out nicely. Now the Vikings will set it to the middle. The Wildcats keep it alive. Huey comes up with it, but I believe that was a point's going to go to the Vikings. And it came around outside the antenna. 10-9, Valley scored 4 straight to take the lead here in the third now. Cross court, and that should be Viking point. No one touched it. Thompson thought that was touched. It was not. So it's 11-9. McFadden on a pretty good run here, serving. Vikings keeping it alive. Way. Now to Brown, double block. Brown's got free ball it over, does. Good dig by the Vikings, by McFadden. Double block, this one, they save it, and it's going to be point to the Vikings. 11-9, it was 9-6, so 6 straight points now by the Vikings with McFadden serving on a pretty good little run here. Vikings playing some pretty good volleyball right now. 7-0 run again. If Register tries to get it with his foot. Not playing soccer, fellas. A 7-0 run here in the third by the Vikings, and a timeout has been taken by Culver Stockton. Here's some other games that's going on the next couple weeks. We're going to be busy. Valley's at Benedictine baseball, a couple of games on Saturday. Valley at Lindenwood tournament in volleyball. Then next week, Monday, in men's golf, Valley will take part in the Lindenwood Belleville tournament. That's going to be played in Cape Girardeau, I understand. Tuesday, March the 25th, men's golf, Valley at the Lindenwood Belleville tournament. In baseball, Mid-American Nazarene will be here for 2 games at 1. If weather permitting, we might get a little snow on Monday and Tuesday. Men's and women's tennis Tuesday, Johnson County will be at Valley at 3. Then Wednesday, March the 26th, softball, Valley will be at Graceland for a couple of games. Thursday, March 27th, the rodeo team hits the road to Eastern Mississippi Community College in West Point, Mississippi. They'll be there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Women's golf Friday and Saturday, Valley at the Graceland Conference Preview in Maryville, Missouri. Lacrosse next Friday, a week from Friday, Valley will be at Rockhurst, 7 o'clock Friday night game. And then track, outdoor track, Valley goes to Washington University in St. Louis on Friday, March the 28th. Vikings on a 7-0 run here with McCracken serving. Free balled over right to Way. Brown gets the kill. It's 14-9. 8-0 run. How long can McCracken keep it going? That hits the top of the tape and gets over. Vikings, there's the end of that run as Pedersen got his hand on it. Couldn't do anything with that kill attempt by Grant Thompson. It's 14-10. Malgoyaz back in. Victor. And serving Nick Corbett. Nick sends it over to Pedersen. Back to Brown. This one right at the net. And Har goes up, slams it home. 15-10. Good break for the Vikings there. Brown back to serve. Valley winning the first 2 sets tonight. And up by 5 here in the third. This one right off away. He got a shoulder on it, but that was about it. 15-11. The Wildcats hanging in there here in the third. Grant Thompson back to serve. Sends it over. Malgoyaz. And here's Har. That one comes up over our heads, over behind the scorer's table. So it's 16-11. Vikes looking for a 20-win season if they can pull this one off tonight. And they're well on their way, winning the first 2 sets and up by 5 here in the third. Har gets it over. Good dig by the Wildcats to keep it alive. This one is long, but it was off of a couple of the Vikings, so it's going to be a point for the Wildcats. 16-12. Good hard serve. Magalhaes gets a hold of it, but it's going to be a point for the Wildcats. I didn't see what happened. I was blocked out. Magalhaes did get his hands out, though. 16-13. Here come the Wildcats here in the third. Sending this one over. Right to Pedersen. And now, McCracken act like he was going to set that one, and just with the left hand, just brought it down. Good crafty move by the senior. 17-13. And McCracken back to serve. McCracken will serve. Here's his serve into the net. 17-14. Well, Culver wants to keep this thing going. 17-14. This one into the net. So back-to-back service errors. And the Vikings have their 4-point lead, 18-14. Pedersen back to serve it. Good double block by the Vikings. Right in the middle of all that was Bumstead. 19-14, Valley up by 5. Here's the serve. Another double block by the Vikings, and they get this point. That time it is McFadden and Bumstead. I heard Coach Michael Warren advise to his players that don't just put it straight ahead. Vikings now have a 20-14 lead here in the third. And there they get a point. Good job by Grant Thompson. We called his name a lot tonight. It's 20-15. Last 2 sets have been 25-14, 25-10. So back to serve for the Wildcats is Barry. Dillon sends it over to Brown. McFadden. And now send it across, but it didn't touch any of the Wildcats. They get the point, 20-16, making another run here. Here's Barry's serve. Off to Pedersen. Now to Brown, and he's going to get this point. 21-16. O'Sullivan checks back in. He'll serve. Let's see if James can't get a few points here. His parents applaud. Some of the seniors come out now. McCracken checks out. And Brad Holt doing a good job of coaching this team, and he knows senior night. Probably have these seniors come out one at a time now. Let's see if Sully can get a couple of points here. Sends it over. And there's the double block, and he got us 1 point, 22-16. And now Haar's going to check out. McCracken came out, Haar comes out now. They waved the flag across the way. He's had a nice career here. 22-16. Sully sends it over. He's going to get another point. Now they have to free ball this one over. And they do. Let's see if the Vikings can take advantage of this. And nope, Wildcats keep it alive. They go for the kill. It's cross court. Is it in? Yeah, they get the point. Good job. Register. 22-17. They're going to keep Sullivan out there. Register will serve it. And they send it to him. Good dig by Sullivan. And once again, one of the Vikings goes to try to kick it. That's Steve Story. 22-18. Register to serve. Throws it high in the air. Pedersen. Back to Brown, and that's long. 22-19. Register sends that one way long. A little adrenaline there. He wanted a perfect serve and sent it along 23-19. And coming in for the Vikings, Felix Alvarado, and he's going to replace Pedersen. So Pedersen's out, Alvarado's in. Serving McFadden. Vikes 2 points away from the match. McFadden hits the tape, but it goes over. Good job by Alvarado. Brown with the kill, or did it stay in? Yeah, now we're down to match point, 24-19. Bumstead going to check in, and O'Sullivan's going to leave. We'll give James a big hand too. One of our favorites. He's been with me 4 years doing these broadcasts. McFadden sends it deep. 24-20, not over yet. Vikes still need a point. Way checks in. Malgoyaz comes back in. And serving will be Nick Corbett. Here's a serve by Corbett. It's over. To Alvarez. Now away to Brown. And that is the match. 25-20 in the third. So that'll do it as the Vikings win on senior night. 25-14, 25-10, and 25-20. We'll have the coach come over here in just a moment. We'll talk a little bit about the tournament coming up next weekend as the Vikings win it in 3, and a good way to send out the seniors: Jacob Pedersen, Jacob Haar, Will McCracken, and James O'Sullivan. So we'll get the coach on for just a moment before we wrap things up on this Thursday night from Grover's C. Redford Gymnasium and the Burns Center. Vikings a 20-win season. 20-10 on the year. So good job by Valley. We get ready to go to tournament time as Brett Holt joins us for just a couple moments. Coach, first of all, congratulations on your seniors. I'll tell you what, they all had a nice time tonight, didn't they?
Yeah, like I said in the pre-game, it's a good group. They've been around for a while. They've done a lot for the program, so it was nice to have a match like this where they could come out and enjoy themselves.
And a 20-win season for you.
Hey, another one.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good.
great, isn't it? That's good. Yeah.
Third in a row, and we'll take it.
Yeah, take that. 20-win season, 20-10. Now let's talk about the tournament coming up next weekend, Friday and Saturday. You will be the number 3 seed, I believe, in all likelihood. Will that be probably the way you look at it?
Yes.
So the first match that afternoon will be
the 4 and 5, which is Lindenwood Belleville and Hannibal LaGrange.
Okay. And then we'll play Missouri Baptist at 4:30, or at least about that time.
Yeah.
And then Park will play the winner of that first one, and then the championship match is on Saturday at noon.
Yes.
And we pretty much have to win them both, you think, to get into the national tournament?
Yes.
Yep. So we encourage everyone, if they can, to be around, because it could be a big weekend.
Yeah, come out. It should be a good one. Missouri Baptist and us is always an entertaining matchup. So it's nice to have the conference tournament at home this year. Hopefully, we've been playing well the last couple of weeks. So like we've been telling them, you never know on your home court and tournament time. All you have to do is put together a couple good matches, and we'll see where we go from there.
Well, now, this Baptist thing, you say entertaining. Does that mean there's a little bad blood between the two, maybe?
No, it's just competitive.
Very competitive.
They have St. Louis kids. We have St. Louis kids.
So
they all know each other.
Good, competitive, strong match.
Yeah, and John
always
does a good job with Missouri Baptist, and I respect him a lot in the program. So it's always a good one.
Well, it should be fun. Well, congratulations again. Put together a 20-win season. That's not easy to do.
It's not, and we've had a roller coaster of a ride, and we've had 2 kids that started last year that weren't able to play this year, and then another one had surgery in the off season. So we've been piecing it together each match, and finally we're starting to get a little rhythm. So it's the right time of the year to do it.
All right, Coach, it's good to see the crowd you had tonight. A lot of family members here, and that's fun. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
It's nice. 3 of our seniors are from California, and all their families came in, so they're going to be here through the weekend. So it's nice that they get to spend some time with them.
Jake's mom, Har's mom, came over and said appreciates us doing this too. It's always nice to hear. So we'll see you next weekend.
All right,
good job. Great job as always. Brett Holt, and so that'll do it. We wrap things up. The Vikings win it in 3 tonight, as they go to 20-10. And for our live stream crew, Janelle Garcia, along with Philip Fowler, and of course Chaz Maddie always, I'm Ken Quiaba. So long from the Burns Center. We'll see you next weekend when it's tournament time here at Valley. Good night.